We have power, we have ground. Let's flick up our ignition and our 12 volts go into our distributor and our coil. Hit the push button, see what happens. Here goes nothing.
It fired right up. Look at that. It even idles. Wow, that is loud. Wow. What's up, creators? It's your boy, Mad Mike. And on today's episode, we're gonna be yanking the 440 big block back out of the 1970 Plymouth Duster. Why? Stay tuned and check it out. Ew! Alrighty then. In front of me here we have a 1970 Plymouth Duster, also known as a Plymouth Valiant, and it used to be an ex-drag car, which we are rebuilding. We just installed our 440 big block that we yanked out of a Motorhome RV. We got that all mocked up inside there. The shop is a disaster right now. There's stuff everywhere. I'm a neat freak. My OCD is going crazy. Underneath here we got tranny fluid and oil and coolant and a bunch of flammable stuff that I have got to clean up because it is driving me crazy, and it is also a major fire hazard, so we got to clean that up. But today we're talking about the 1970 Plymouth Duster. So inside here we have the 440 big block, like I said, that we yanked out of a Motorhome, and it's completely stock. This is how it was when it came out of the Motorhome, minus the oil pan, the 727 transmission, which has a longer tailstock, and what else isn't Motorhome, and the motor mounts. Pretty much that's really it. Everything else is stock Motorhome 440 big block out of a 1978. I was able to get the driver's side fender well headers through the bottom and mocked up. It's very tight, but we do clear. Everything fits nice and good. And I'm gonna have to grab a light to show you guys the motor mounts and stuff. All right, we got a little light here. So what I've done, they were running an engine plate on the front of the engine and on the back of the engine, mating up to the transmission when they were drag racing this car. So they cut out these motor mounts. So what I had to do was just get some 1/4-inch steel plate, make up some motor mounts. I got this side here tacked in on the passenger side, as well as over here on the driver's side. So you can see there how I got that bracket all welded in, tacked in place. The motor is just hovering above it about 1/2 inch right now. So that's why I have to yank the motor back out of the car, so I can final weld those motor mounts, add some gussets if I need to, strengthen those all up, and then we're gonna be painting the entire engine bay either black, or I priced out some new purple paint for the car. We're not gonna be going plum crazy. We're gonna be going a more vibrant purple. So leave a comment below if I should take the time to color in the engine bay, like all the Mopars should have, or just black it out. We're gonna be doing satin black hood and some satin black graphic treatments, so I could leave it satin black, but doing color while the motor's out would kind of be a nice thing. We're also gonna be painting the engine, so stay tuned for that because we're gonna be doing that in a wild color. So that is the engine and engine mounts, but let's go ahead and crawl underneath the car and I'll show you what I did underneath there. Look at the size of these back tires. Freaking meats, wow. 18-inch wide rubber. All right, so crawling underneath here. You can see there, I have built a, come on, where's my light? So if you look at that there, I need more light. All right, we got some better light going on there. So what I had to do here was build this custom transmission mount. I didn't have a transmission mount going across the cross member here when I bought the car, and I didn't feel like spending 150, 200 bucks on one off eBay or from a scrapyard. So I just grabbed some 3/16 plate, made a cardboard template, bent it all up, drilled it, notched it, painted it, and voila. We have us a nice tranny mount slash cross member. It bolts right up to our new mount right in there. Nice and solid, nice and sturdy. So we'll yank this out, we'll undo the motor mounts, we'll lift the motor back out of the car, and then we can start painting the engine and touching up all the other little things we have to do, including the firewall, to get everything ready for the 440 to finally go back in the car once and for all. And once everything's painted and the motor's back in place, we can wire it up, start it, bleed the brakes, and this thing will be running and driving, guys. So let's go ahead, take off all the brackets, and then yank this motor out. There you have it. That's the transmission bracket that I fabbed up. So you can see I just used some 3/16 steel plate, cut it up, welded some flats in here for the center tranny mount, bent the tabs back for some more clearance so it doesn't rub, drilled some holes, made some notches. That's what I started off with, was a cardboard template. Once I had that fit nice, just transferred everything over, cut it out, painted it black, and yeah, works like a treat. Well, hot diggity dog. We got the shop all cleaned up, got rid of all the chemicals, no more fire hazards, and we got a lot of space here to put the 440 big block and get ready to paint it, prep it, finish it all up here, and we got lots of room to get it back in after we finish painting up the firewall. But it is time to yank out this 440 Motorhome big block out of the 70 Duster. Let's get it ready for paint. Big block is out of the car. That was quick time. Yeah. Check it out. All right, so that was pretty easy. We got the 440 big block out of the car, taped up, and put a glove in a socket inside the tailstock. That way I'm not leaking trans fluid everywhere. So let's go ahead, get this motor sitting on some jack stands, level it out. Then we can get ready to degrease it, strip it all down, and paint it for going back inside the engine bay. We also have to sand prep and paint the engine bay, either satin black or body color. Leave a comment below what you guys think I should do. I'm thinking satin black because a hood and some trim is gonna be satin black, so it might just flow a little bit better. But that was awesome. All right, let's put this thing down on some jack stands. So if you look inside the engine bay here, you can see those mounts that I just got tacked into place right now. Passenger side, driver side. They originally cut the factory mounts off when they had the engine plates in here. So we'll go ahead, add some gussets, final weld all these in so they're nice and solid. We got our trans mount all fabricated. So once those are all done, literally just spray the whole engine bay. And then over here, I have the 440 big block just resting on some jack stands right now. So what we're gonna do here is just do a lot of degreasing. Probably not gonna paint the transmission. It's in pretty good condition. It's already been rebuilt. Got some nice gray on it. But the engine, we're doing a full lime green paint job on it. So these chains might get in my way, spraying the block in a couple spots, but we might just find some more jack stands and a way to get this off the engine hoist so we can do a really nice paint job on it. But there it is, like a piece of jewelry, sitting on the stands, getting ready for its fresh paint job. All right.